Hi. In this particular video, I'm going to take you through the exercise 16 for syllogisms and show you quickly the diagrams which I would make to get an answer to the question. I trust you'll be reading the instructions very carefully, right? And the answer key is to be marked using this A, B, C, D, E. This is the pattern. So the first one, it says that all cats are dogs and all dogs are brown. So, and we know that if all A are B and all B are C, then one default conclusion is that all A are C. So saying all cats are brown is definitely true, but the reverse of an all statement is not all. So the second one is not necessarily true, may or may not be true. It is not a surety. Only the first conclusion is always true, right? So definitely option A has to be marked as the answer here. Similarly, in the second one, all computers are Pentiums and some Pentiums are machines. This is one way which I can draw it. Now here it says, are some computers machines? No. As you can see, if I take a look at the computers and machines, these two circles, it's possible that they never intersect. So it's not necessarily true all the time that some computers are machines, and hence some machines are computers is also not necessarily true, as neither one of them follow. D has to be marked as the answer for this particular question. Now let's quickly move ahead to the next couple of questions. So question 3, here we see that some apple are fruit and some fruit are sour. So I don't necessarily say some apple are sour, but if some fruit are sour, then some sour are fruit, right? If it is allowed to derive a conclusion using only one statement, then the second one is true. But if it is necessary, as per the instructions, that the conclusion has to be derived using both these statements, then this may not be taken as a conclusion for the very simple reason that it is concluded using only statement B and not statement A. So you have to go through the instructions carefully to understand whether the second one has to be taken as a valid conclusion or not. Fourth one, some rods are sticks and some scales are rods. So saying some sticks are rods is derived only from statement 1, but it does not make use of statement 2, right? This conclusion does not get derived from statement 2. And some scales are sticks is definitely not required. So again, depending on the instructions, the second one is definitely not a conclusion. Whether the first one is to be taken as a conclusion or not depends upon whether I have to use both these statements to derive or just derive it using one or more of the given statements. Quickly moving ahead to the next set of questions. So moving ahead to the next set of questions. We did till number 4. Now we'll be taking a look at number 5 and others. So statements 5, 6, 7 and 8. Okay. 5 says that architects marry only fair girls, right? Architects, they will marry only fair girls. So if Bimla is very fair, I don't know whether Bimla will marry an architect or not. It does not mean that if you are fair, you have to marry an architect. If you are fair, then an architect may or may not marry you. So just saying Bimla is very fair does not make it a surety whether architects will marry or not. So Bimla, either it is true that Bimla is married or it is true that Bimla is not married. Both the conclusions cannot be simultaneously true or simultaneously false, and hence this has to be taken as either or. Now the sixth one. In the sixth one we have that Sehwag is a good batsman, and good batsmen are all part of batsmen. So when I say batsmen are physically powerful, it means all good batsmen are physically powerful, because good batsmen naturally fall under batsmen. So can I say all physically powerful are batsmen? No, all is not usually concluded from options. And if Sehwag is a good batsman and every good batsman who is a batsman is powerful, then Sehwag by default has to be powerful. So the second one is true, but not the first one. In the next statement, we know that some cats are white and milk is white, right? Some cats are white and I know that milk is white. So milk may or may not be a cat. So can I say some cat is milk? No. But can I say some white is milk? Yes. Derived only from the second statement, but the first one definitely false. Second can be derived using the second statement alone. Eighth one says all pencils are long. All pens are long and all pencils are long. So pens and pencils may not interact, but so all and some, neither one of them can reasonably conclude it, because I can draw pens and pencils as two separate sets, and while both are long, they may not interact with each other. The last couple of examples from this particular set. It says all resorts has scenery and Mahabaleshwar is a resort. So if Mahabaleshwar is a resort and every resort has a scenery, then because Mahabaleshwar is a resort, Mahabaleshwar must have scenery. Now whether places other than resorts have or don't have scenery, I don't know, because it does not say that only resorts have scenery, right? So all resorts have scenery, but whether other than resorts have, I don't know. So only the first one can be concluded, not the second one. The 10th one says all teenagers go to cinema and Ravish does not go to a cinema, right? If every teenager goes to a cinema, Ravish, if he's a teenager, has to go to cinema, but Ravish does not. That means Ravish is not a teenager. So first one is definitely true, right? First conclusion is definitely true. Now, if going to cinema is not essential to be a teenager, then there can be teenagers who don't go to cinema. But I'm given the statement that all teenagers go to cinema. So it is not that it is not essential. Going to cinemas has to be essential because all of them go to cinema. So if going to cinema is not essential, that means there can be some teenagers who don't go to cinema, but that will contradict the given statement. So the second one is not true, only the first one, A, has to be marked as the answer for this particular question.